Hey guys, so this is the first video that I am not gonna be using the filter, where I'm actually recording what I'm talking about. And this is because there is something very important that I would like to share with you. And that is that during the entire gang stalking situation, I was able to learn a lot of new concepts of the mind of man. And listen, because gang stalking is a belief. It is pretty much working the imagination of someone in reverse. And by that I mean that instead of the person creating a reality via their imagination, what it is that the reality is creating an imaginative reality. I'm not sure if that's making any sense to you. Their imagination interpreting reality in a certain way. And let me tell you that the imagination is so powerful that it has a power to literally cut off your optical nerve and impose an image on what you're seeing. That is what gang stalking does, is that it creates a narrative via impositions, via indirect communication from people, via fast movements, that it makes you imagine things. So this is incredibly tough to explain. So let's see. The thing with the phone. Let's start with the thing with the phone. You know that when you're getting gang stalked, people are going to be having their phone, right? And they're going to be pretending like they're recording you. However, they're on their phone. So then it is you who is imagining that it's getting recorded. And it only has to feel like it's the truth before you start interpreting everyone that is holding their phone in a very similar manner to be recording you. So that is literally what starts, that is what differentiates, that moment is what creates a new reality. Because you start imagining, you start believing that they're recording you. Because they remind you of the time that you felt like you were recorded. And you saw the clues, but you will not be able to help it but to imagine that someone who is holding the phone in such a manner is actually recording you. So that is working your reality. That is working your imagination. So therefore, gang stalkers are doing things that are making you imagine ideas, imagine things, but they know exactly what they're doing because they're making you imagine something very specific. So that's the thing. So what you're seeing is beginning to create a different reality. That when you start imagining and you start believing that they are actually recording you, that you are actually being recorded, that is when that is the imaginative process being worked from the reality. So people who have been getting gang stalked for a very long time have an incredibly, well, especially if they have seen things, their imagination is probably has an 8-pack. And I say that because the imagination is something that gets stronger the more you exercise it. So this is exactly why I was able to see things and to hear things. It was because I was imagining via the indirect impositions of people who were involved in this. And whenever I saw someone that reminded me of the one time where I felt like I was being recorded, you know, there is when you get lost in thought, when you get lost in the thought in the that you're getting gangsta, that is you living the alternate reality, the reality that you are imagining. So I hope that's making sense right now. If it doesn't, please write it in the comments, and I would love to elaborate further. So starting from that point, the imagination can become so powerful that it will literally dictate what you are living. So this is where this is pretty much the starting point of this video, is for you to understand how important your imagination is when we're talking about mental health. I am sure that you have experienced times where you are ruminating about like a bad experience that you had with someone, right? And you keep reliving it, and you just can't help it but feel the pain. So in your mind, those people, those individuals that you are thinking about, that those people are your, what is tied in your mind as they. When you're getting gang stalked for a while and you begin hearing voices, the voices become they. The people who you imagine. And they is literally a representation of your subconscious mind. Because they are what you are imagining. So, now you're probably wondering, why the hell should I believe this guy? If this guy earlier today said that he was going insane. That's fair. And I would hope that you would have that question. Listen, let's tie in the V2K. I experienced that. I experienced the voice in my head that was a gang stalker. I had a gang stalker in my head 24/7. And whenever I said they want me to be a drug addict, guess what? Guess what the voice was saying? You are a drug addict, blah 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 blah. That's exactly what happened. So it is not that gang stalkers have V2K technology. It isn't. It is that to the target, the gang stalker in your mind, gang stalker becomes the equivalent of gang stalker. And this is how I found out. Again, the imagination is pretty much where you have access to your subconscious mind. And I was talking to the gang stalker in my head. And I was in my car. I was staying under a bridge because I was gonna come here to my mom's house. I had just gotten my tire fixed. And it was all like, I was talking to that damn voice. It was a female. So I asked her, what the fuck do you want? You know, I want you to, I want you to, I want to destroy you. I want you to lose everything. A voice in your head telling you that the voice wants you to lose everything. That's kind of crazy, right? It's insane. So then I was like, what are you? And it said, well, I'm a gang stalker. And what's a gang stalker? The voice in your head. What's the voice in my head? Your subconscious mind. Boom. The voice itself told me. So that was the first thing where I began putting two and two together. Whenever that's why it was the voice changed depending on what I thought they wanted me to do. And this is the one thing that has always stayed consistent from the beginning of gang stalking. So, just today, I went into my imagination and I just said, okay, who are they? And then my imagination, the faces that popped up, it was all the negative experiences that I've had with people who I consider gang stalkers. So then I thought to myself, okay, I was like, these people I have only met once or twice. They're not even my friends. Why am I subconsciously thinking of them as those people, as they? It makes no sense. I have spent more time with my mom, with actual friends, with people who actually care about me. However, the thing is that when you're getting gang stalked, you start perceiving things that people that actually care about you as trying to antagonize you. So that's why all of a sudden, in my mind, the people who were my friends, who I consider friends, all of a sudden were part of the they group of the they group that is not anymore my they group. So listen, I was even perceiving my mom as a gang stalker. So why is all of a sudden they, to me, mean enemy? Why? And that is because, in the beginning, they were a bunch of people who were trying to confuse me, who were giving me a lot of drugs. Those people were the ones that were they. So because that began happening, they began to be my enemy. So now any person that I consider they, I began to perceive as an enemy. And when you're that far in, it is really hard to differentiate who wants the best for you and who doesn't. So what I did is I mind mapped who my new version of who they are. It was not an actual mind map, but if you have an iPhone or any type of app, a mind map is pretty much like a cloud or a little thing that represents a concept or an idea, And then you keep tying little things that relate, like little other concepts, ideas that relate to the primary concept. So my primary concept was they. And then I began putting the people who I admire. Dr. John Eliot, Greg Plitt, my mom, people who are hardworking, who I have always had an admiration for. And I even put myself, my past self. Because since they should be your group of friends, they should be your group of friends. They should be people who care about you. And the individuals who wish you ill will, those should not even be part of your subconscious at all. They should be strangers. So now, in my mind, I have this hole. Okay, not down. So this area of my mind that I call oblivion. And here I put the people that I don't want to think about in my oblivion. And well, this is how this we'll talk about the oblivion hole later. However, right now we're talking about the mind mapping who they are. So the effect that this had on my self as how I felt. Listen, I feel completely comfortable, showing my face on here. In the past, I wasn't. I was so uncomfortable showing you my face because I just felt inadequate. I mean, I still look like a little inadequate. However, I don't feel inadequate as a person. I feel like the value that I'm gonna bring you here is so worth that your time here is gonna be so well spent. Because I'm about to tell you something that you're not gonna learn anywhere else. And that is that, well, give me 1 second. I'm getting ahead of myself. First of all, if you have in your mind who they are, as any people that antagonize you, you need to stop. Those people do not deserve, those individuals, I don't even want to call them people, those individuals do not deserve to take up any space in your beautiful mind. Because your mind should only be filled with what's important in life for you. You should spend zero time thinking about individuals who do not want the best for you, period. Now, yes, I went on a tangent, but it was a very important tangent, and I do not regret going into it. But now, the crux of this video. How do I know, how does this guy, me, not you, me, who earlier today told you that was crazy and whatever, her voices, thought that was getting followed by a lot of people, whatever, how do I know this information? What can I possibly do for you to believe me? Listen, I'm gonna explain to you one thing first. mind map who they are in your mind first. Just do it. That exercise in itself is going to be proof that I am telling you the truth, and it's going to be undeniable, the change that it's going to cause in your mind immediately after you finish the exercise. I'm going to go through it with you one time, right now, again, because it's that important. And on the next video, and I'm going to make a video where we only talk about mind mapping. So, where I have my hand, imagine the word in your most preferred font, your favorite color, just here, that says they. So imagine it right here, they. So now, imagine there's like a little string, and here there's another placard that is tied to they. And think, who is someone that I know that has my best interest in mind? Someone that I love so much that could never wrong me. And someone who you have absolutely no doubt that wants the best for you. That's important. For me, it's my mom. So now, add another one. And think about, who is it that I always take advice from? That is advice that has always resulted in the best results, because the advice from this person is the best advice that anyone has ever given me. And then put it right there. For me, it's Bertos Kulin. Yes, Bertos, if you're watching this, if you somehow have to get to watch this. Anyways, well, the next one, it's Bertos Kulin for me. Also, Dr. John Eliot, the author of Overachievement. Now, let's tie another one. And fill the they with as many of the people that have had the most positive impact in your life. Just fill them up. Add as many connections as you want, but you have to make sure that they, and imagine it. So visualize it and imagine it. So in your head, make sure there's the black space in the back. In my mind, I envision almost like a chip from a casino, but it says they on it. And then I can flip it around in my imagination. And then it has the little string. And then it has the picture of the person and the name. And then it's filled with these people. And it's filled with the images that these people have that are most impactful to me, that make me feel good. So do that exercise. Just do it. And then just start thinking, what do they want for me? They want me to be the Efren 2.0. They want me to be the best version of myself. They want me to become the best person I possibly can. They want me to have rock solid abs. They want the best for me in every single way, shape, and form. My mom wants the best thing, but wants the best for me of everything. And I swear to God, you're gonna feel immediately your energy change, your perception of yourself. I felt like 10 years younger. I felt incredible. I felt amazing. I felt like I had not felt in a long time. And let me tell you, right now, my life has gone to shit. However, I don't feel like it has, because I have this newfound knowledge, that I have come across because of the gang stalking playbook. An arrow turned into a blessing. Oh, Florence Shin, she's also in my day. So now go about your day and think about what they want for you. And just do this exercise. And I promise you that exercise, the results that you're going to get from that simple 5-minute exercise is going to give you such a insane change in your energy and in your train of thought that you're going to know that I am right. That's all I ask. That is all I need for you to believe me. Just do it and you'll see. Once you do that, subscribe. Yeah? And in the comments, just tell me your experience, how you felt. I would love to hear your experience about that. It would be amazing. It would be an honor for you to spend time out of your day to tell me how this exercise has helped you. I would love that. It would be amazing. A subscribe would be, it would make my day. And today I got 2 new subscribers, and I'm so thankful. Thank you for my new subscribers. I am super thankful for them. And I just hope that I am able to bring you information that will change your life. Because I know that I can. I just freaking know it. Anyways, I do not want to wake my mom up, so I'm going to stay a little bit on the quieter side. Alright, so now moving on. The mind, consciousness has the best communication through with the body. The mind and consciousness are 2 different things. And the body is another component. So, all of these, the best way that the consciousness can communicate with them is through the use of the mind's eye, through the imagination. And through my imagination, I was able to make my mind make me feel things, hear voices. Through my imagination, I still can, that's the thing. I still can make my mind perceive someone whispering outside of the door. Through my imagination. Listen, there's so many amazing things that you can do with your mind. That this entire channel is going to be about that. Through my imagination, I was able to see shadows. I know. I was able to auto-suggest, to hallucinate. I still can. And listen, you can doubt me all you want. It's fine. Please do. But you can consciously tell the imagination is the one thing that can help you have an incredible life experience, because you can literally dictate your reality if you lead your life through your mind's eye. And that is exactly what I want to teach you. In my next video, I'm going to tell you why it is. I'm going to explain to you all the logic and why the mind is best communicated through the imagination. I'm going to explain to you why the imagination has access to every single organ, has access to every single pore, to every single nerve, to every single eye movement. And I'm going to teach you how to program your mind to have a particular thought when you look at a lamp. When you open your eyes, I can teach you how to open your eyes, and as soon as you open your eyes and you look at the ceiling, you can think, I need to drink some water. And you don't have to go through I need to practice doing this. Of course, there's going to be a little bit of rehearse, but you can do the rehearse through your mind's eye, through your imagination, and that way the changes are immediate. Just like the changes of your psyche are immediate when you visualize who they are. Thank you so much for watching. And I want to tell you that I love you, and thank you so much for having the journey with me through the time there, through the worst of my life. However, I knew that something amazing was going to come out of that experience. I just knew it. That's why I stuck to it. And yeah, I couldn't be more happy to be in this situation right now. And I know you might think, this guy was all over today, all volatile and shit. I know. And I completely understand. And yeah, please keep an eye on that. But I know that what you're going to see is going to be more of this. And I will teach you how to manage your mind in a way that you thought it was impossible before. You will start reliving your worst moments. And let me tell you, I have enough worst moments to think about. However, I'm not struggling to cut those off right now. So, please guys, do that mental exercise and tell me your experience about it. I promise you, it's going to be incredible, the amount of change that you can do in a couple of minutes. Thank you so much. Again, my name is Efren, and this is the Gang Stalking Playbook. Bye.